Is everything all right, sir? Is the temperature in the room okay?
It's okay.
Well,
I'm sorry. And there's plenty more where that came from.
Mexico is a country of sun, flavor, and smiles. It's easy to stay relaxed here as a tourist, but sometimes one topic can add a bit of tension to an otherwise perfect vacation. Yes, today we're talking about tipping. More precisely, how to tip correctly, calmly, and without second-guessing yourself. Because Mexico is a place where tips are not officially mandatory, but let's be honest, everyone expects them, and sometimes that expectation is noticeable. However, it's part of the culture, and once you know a few simple rules, everything becomes easy and pleasantly clear. In Mexican restaurants, tipping is welcomed. Most places expect 10–20%. Sometimes tourists leave 25%, but that's more a gesture of appreciation than a standard. If you're in a resort area, tips are especially expected there. How to leave a tip. If you pay by card, the server will bring a terminal and there will be a line called Propina. If you pay in cash, simply leave the bill on the table or hand it over. An important detail: if you want to tip the whole team, you can ask the server. Even if the answer is slightly confusing or far from reality, at least your conscience will be clear. Classic confusion. If the hotel is all-inclusive, do you still tip? The answer is yes. And guests do it all the time. In resort hotels, tipping is a sign of appreciation, and the staff sees it as a tradition. Approximate guide, not official rules. Pool bar, 20–40 pesos per order. Restaurant server, from 50 to 200 pesos per table. Housekeeping, from 30 to 100 pesos per day. You can tip every time or once every few days, whatever feels comfortable. Tipping at all-inclusive shouldn't turn your vacation into math. Here, everything runs on gestures. You tipped great. You didn't. Everything will still be fine. Mexican drivers appreciate tips, but they don't demand them. Taxi and private transfers. 10–20% is standard, especially if the ride was pleasant or the driver helped with luggage. Uber. Tips are left in the app, usually from 10 to 40 pesos, sometimes 50. Drivers appreciate it because Uber takes a commission, but tips go 100% to them. If this is your first time in Mexico, you'll notice people at checkout helping pack your groceries. These are Packdoor's workers who receive tips for their service. They are often seniors or teenagers doing training hours. Standard tip: 5–10 pesos. Large cart, 15–20 pesos. It's a small amount, but it means a lot to them. And you'll feel like a local when you tip correctly. Tipping is common in hotels where you interact with staff often. Bellboy, luggage, 20–30 pesos per bag. Housekeeping, 30–50 pesos per day. Room service, 40–80 pesos. Spa, 10–15% of the service. At reception, people sometimes tip for special help, like a room change or early check-in. Hotel staff works in shifts, and service levels follow set standards, but individual nuances can always add a personal touch. Guides and drivers can turn a tour into an adventure, and tipping is gratitude, not formality. Guide, from 100 to 200 pesos. Driver, from 20 to 100 pesos. Photographer, optional sometimes, from 100 to 150 pesos. For group tours, you can leave a tip in a shared envelope or directly to the person. If you're going to swim with whale sharks, visit Isla Mujeres, or snorkel at the reef, people usually tip the whole crew. Captain, from 50 to 100 pesos. Assistant, from 40 to 80 pesos. Snorkel guide, from 80 to 120 pesos. It's not a strict rule, just a thank you for safety and good energy. There are areas where tipping doesn't exist or would look strange. Do not tip government employees. Offering money to police, immigration officers, or customs staff will look inappropriate and can be interpreted as an attempt at bribery. What if you don't have small bills? The most common tourist question. If you don't have small bills, leave a larger one or ask for change. Bars and restaurants are usually fine with it. If the situation is awkward, a warm smile and genuine thanks are enough. Sometimes attitude is valued more than exact numbers. The most convenient tipping currency is pesos, but euros and Canadian or US dollars are also accepted. You'll receive change in pesos at a rate set by the venue asked beforehand to avoid surprises. If paying by card, it's better to enter the tip in pesos to avoid bank conversion issues. We won't tell horror stories about tipping or pressure. Every country has rules and people who break them. Let your trip stay in a positive flow. In Mexico, tipping is less about money and more about attention. And even if service sometimes looks far from any standards, there can still be a lot of warmth and kindness in it. Now you have a complete tipping guide for Mexico. You know where it matters, where it's a tradition, and where you can simply relax and enjoy your vacation. Tipping is a small gesture that creates a big impression. Subscribe to Open Mexico. We show Mexico the way we feel it.